Hi, so I thought today I'd talk a bit about the subject of robes, particularly with regards to Druidry. I have a number of issues with Druid robes. Firstly, as you've probably noticed if you watch my videos, I'm not an inherently sort of glamorous, shiny, velvety sort of person, so I tend towards scruffy. A lot of the more glamorous approaches to dressing for ritual I would feel weird doing, so that's been a bit of a stumbling block for me for quite some time. On top of that, I tend to walk for transport or I'm on public transport. Now, this means I've either got to carry or wear whatever I'm going to wear in a ritual situation. Ankle length robes, cloaks, things like this, not so good on the train. I've had issues with this in the past, and certainly not good if you're planning on trekking up a hill in the rain, which I have been known to do. So, my primary ritual kit tends to involve a good waterproof coat and walking boots are absolutely essential for me. And generally, I dress for the weather, but I'm quite aware that with celebrant work and stuff like that, with public facing ritual and with big community gatherings and the pageantry and the performance aspect of it, it has an importance. And I think for a lot of people that visual aspect of ritual is an important part of how we engage. So if I'm being celebrant or if I'm facilitating ritual in some way, I feel obliged to participate in some degree by looking the part. So this has created a number of issues for me over the years. My current solution came about last year when I decided that I would just see what turned up, and then within a matter of about a week of having thought maybe I should be thinking about this, I walked into an Oxfam and there was a tablecloth, and it was bright green, bright red, and a bright yellowy colour, and I thought, oh hello, and bought it and took it home. So I reconfigured it. You can see the green and the red to a fairly simple tabard. The R1 in yellow came out of the yellow part of the cloth, and it's got a sort of a motley medieval quality to it that I quite like. It's just a simple square cut thing, nothing elaborate or difficult about it. No sleeves. It's open on the side, so it goes over the head and can be worn over things or under things as the climate requires. On the back, I've done some applique with some leaves and stuff. Let me just move this around so that it's more visible, because I thought that was fun. That came from sample fabric from a local haberdashery place, and I just cut the leaves out and sewed them on. It took a while, but I'm pleased with it as an effect, and I might put more on the front as I go. It's very lightweight, so it's okay in hot weather. I won't roast, even in the toastiest of Druid camp conditions. And if it's cold, there's enough room in here for a jumper underneath. At a pinch, I could probably put it over a coat, although I haven't. I can certainly put a coat over it, though, because it's not got big bulky sleeves or anything else complicated going on. So it's a very, very practical solution. I'll stand back with it so as to reveal the whole thing. You see, very simple, but quite cheerful. So you don't need fantastic sewing skills to pull off something like this either. I can't use a sewing machine. I've got an absolute terror of them. So it's all hand sewn, not massively complicated. So if you're not a confident craftsperson, I can certainly recommend just doing a simple square cut approach to a tabard that you can then put over something else. And if you get carried away, you can put it over a robe, but also it looks fine over a pair of jeans, it looks fine under a coat, it'll go all sorts of places. So this is my current solution to looking at the part a bit more for things Druidic, but without creating a huge practical problem. And of course, once I'm not wearing it, it folds up pretty small. It'll happily go in a rucksack. The fabric is reasonably tolerant of my doing things like this to it, which is also a great bonus. If something's creasy when you first encounter it, it's probably going to give you nothing but trouble, but a forgiving fabric is worth a great deal. Right, well, I hope that was helpful, and thank you for listening.